Let's get reaction from former White House OMB Director Russ Vought. Russ, would you agree with that comparison? Inflation is like a virus?
Yeah, I think it's a nice way to put it. I think it helps explain where we are and the fact that this is not the moment to announce victory just because there have been some signals that are positive. There have been also other signals that are negative, and we're going to have to, see over the next several months and whether we have a chance of getting this under control. And unfortunately, the Biden administration has not been serious, and they've played semantic games with regard to their willingness to take action and largely disguise spending bills as something other. And so they put a lot of pressure on the Fed to do its job. And I think, we're going to have to see how it goes over the next several months.
Yeah, listening to Grady's report, there was a comment in there from the president himself saying, well, you know what, it reduces the cost of living, talking about the Inflation Act. Well, you know what, prices may have fallen, but consumers are most definitely feeling the pinch. I hear it all the time when I'm out and about. People are not buying into this economic plan, are they?
No, because they know that their prices, the things that they are paying for is up about 16% since he took office. They know that if they're a family of four, they're dealing with about $13,000 more in costs. I mean, think about that burden on a family of four, and that's what they are seeing. And then you go into the summer months where they're on vacation on the road, and the gas prices are spiraling and up now towards $4. And you've got a real problem that they are facing, and they're not going to take what Washington. They don't trust Washington in general. They're not going to take Washington semantics from the Biden administration to say that somehow things are going well.
You know what's remarkable to me, Russ, despite what the Fed's been doing and the high cost of living, this economy has been remarkably resilient. The job market, for the most part, remains strong or solid, but certainly some cracks appearing. But how do you explain that? I mean, the consumers have, for the most part, survived and kept the economy afloat.
It has, and I think, it's just the enduring strength of the American economy and much of the strong base that was put into place during the last administration and the ability to come out of a pandemic. But, I think the challenge is that we don't know over the next 6 months to a year the implications of what the Biden administration is putting into place with all of the regulations that they're putting into place, their hatred towards energy, and particularly American energy, and not the sort that are actually reliable. So all over the place, they have big government that's putting pressure on the economy, and that's going to have an impact. And I don't think we know yet to the extent of when that's going to occur, but I still think we've got a recession ahead of us.
Which, last question to you, Russ. Look, the president has tied a lot of his campaign to the economy. And, of course, we know the election isn't until November next year. That could be a very dangerous thing to do, given the concerns that you have.
No, I think we're going to be in I'm not of the view that this is going to be smooth sailing for the Biden administration running on a strong economy, particularly because the indications for the person, the family, is so negative most of the time. Now, sure, they haven't lost their job, and that's probably the number one thing that's dominating people's thinking as it turns to whether it's a strong economy. Then they go to the grocery store and they realize that it doesn't buy anything, and that's going to put a lot of negative outlook into their mind as they head to the polls.